Hey guys, excited to be back. Hope everybody is well and having fun. Quick recap on what we've done so far for the Enterprise build from Eaglemoss, the Enterprise D. This is what we did last time. This contains the bridge and deck 2, 6 escape pods, internal workings for lights, all the harnesses, the wiring. You get to see how that looks once we get farther into the build so we can actually hook up a power source to it. Today we've got set 2, which consists of one of the 2 warp nacelles. We're going to dig right into this assembly. Bag of AM screws, bag of BM screws, and a bag of AP screws. First, right off the bat, we're going to start putting stuff together on the nacelle. Got this amber piece here. It's got grooves along the edge here and along this edge here, but there are notched out pieces right here that indicate which direction this needs to be facing. It needs to be facing out from the rear of the nacelle. Next, we're going to add this little blue piece. It's a rear light. It only fits in there one way. I don't know if you guys can really see the detail on this. It looks like a Lego piece though. It's got a pointed end that sticks out and a flat edge with a round edge here. Detail's not very great, but so it's only going to fit in this slot back here one direction. Put that in there nice and tight. It doesn't click in there though. But we'll sit there. It is not flush with the outside of the shell. So while it's sitting here waiting for the rest of it, just be careful that you don't knock it out of place. Finally, nest the Bussard EM field projector reflector inside the Bussard EM field projector. This part will be securely fixed in the next step. There's a plastic piece. Notice it also has notches that have been put in there to fit with the amber piece. Step B, place the nacelle upper frame inside the nacelle upper and fix in place with 9 AM screws. These tiny little screws out of this package. Two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That just fits on like so. That's a nice, smooth fit. Again, I am not putting these in all the way until I get all of them in there. I have found in my experience of putting model cars together that the old way of changing a tire is the best habit. For getting everything aligned. Just loosely tightened in there, bouncing back and forth. This way you also know that you got all of the screws in the right spot. 9 screws in one step. Doesn't seem like a lot, but these screws are small and they can get lost easily. I don't want to have to contact a company to see if I can get more screws. And I don't know if any of the extra screws from this build or set 1 will be used later on. Alright, so now we're going to tighten these down. I hope that didn't damage the other side. Finish up these 2 screws here and inspect the other side real quick just to make sure I didn't break that blue light that sticks out there. Good, no damages. Peggy's still there for the blue light. Alright. Then slot the nacelle front into the end of the nacelle upper. Fixed is the nacelle upper frame with 3 BM screws. This would be the nacelle up tip. The build tip here. The bussard collector included with this issue is not needed during this stage. Keep it in a safe place with the rest of your build so it can be used as instructed in a later stage. This is what they refer to as the Bussard collector. It's not being used, so I'm going to put this off in my toolkit, and we'll use that later. So I need 3 BM screws. One, 2, and 3. Again, not tightening all the way down. So we know everything is truly aligned. Now we'll all right. Still feels a little loose in there. Looks like everything's nice and tight though. Screws. I don't want to over tighten these. Strip those screws out. Now, take the warp engine field grid left. And the warp engine field grid right. These are what they call the warp engine field grill. These are going to align here. You've got 4 screw sets, and they are AP screws. Four screw sets, 2 sides, 8 screws. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just tightening up these 4 screws. Excuse me. Finish those. Now we'll move on to the other side. Remember, when you are tightening these screws down, they are metal screws going into some kind of metal frame through plastic. So don't tighten them too far. Tighten them just enough that they are hand tight, but they don't strip and break through the plastic, cracking the plastic, because that is not going to be fun to have a broken model. I am checking straight lines, no cracks in the plastic. Make sure everything is seated in the proper position. There's no overlap where there not should be or should not be. See if I can get my camera to focus. Straight lines. The painting detail on this is really fabulous. They have really done a great job. You know, my camera is not the greatest. You can't see the subdued colors and stuff, but to the naked eye, it's really fabulous. All right. Last step, to complete stage 2, place the warp engine field grill rear at the back of the nacelle and secure it to the nacelle upper frame with 2 AP screws. It just fits on like so. Nice. It snaps into place. It fits perfectly, beautifully snug. It ain't going anywhere. But we're going to lock it down with 2 screws anyways. And this one there's only 2 screws. I'm just going to hand tighten this all the way down. You can tell when you lock this into place that shifting, the holes line up. There's no shifting on it. This company has done a wonderful job of making sure their parts, so far, I mean, I've only done 2 stages. There's still plenty of stages to go. but they've done a really great job of making sure their stuff lines up and fits. This is a professional model. This is one of the best models I've ever put together. And that's it. That is all of the warp nacelle upper. Obviously there's going to be a lower section, and if you know the details of that section, there's going to be a cover. This red buster section here will fit on at some point like so, and then you'll have a gray piece here with probably some more lights and stuff. There's also probably going to be lights that fit inside here. I'm noticing there's holes all along here for more screws and more lights. We'll just have to wait and see and have those come in. I don't think those sets have come in yet. And then you'll have the outer shell with a section that comes down to connect it as a wing, if you will, to the rest of the ship. So there you have it, warp nacelle. We'll put that off to the side as part of the completed section, and that's it for today. That's it for this this video. Hope you guys had a great time. I am Rocks. I'll see you again next time.